This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Ash vs Goh, who is the better Pokemon trainer? Goh has risen so rapidly in the Pokemon anime that it has opened up the question for discussion. But is it possible that Goh may have even already surpassed Ash? Or is he just a player 2 palette swap? Let's talk about it. Hey everyone, it's Charles. How are you today? With many fans wondering if this is Ash Ketchum's final season, and Goh quickly progressing from zero to hero, and even overtaking Ash in some regards, the loaded question has been dropped: has Goh surpassed Ash as a Pokemon trainer? This is a tricky pickle packed with interesting factoids and different ways of looking at it, as well as opinions from every facet of the fandom. So our goal today is to address the question by comparing our heroes across the following 4 dimensions: 1. Battle capabilities, 2. Collections, 3. Connections, and 4. Potential from here on out. And with that said, as always, it is going to be a fun time, so kindly slap that like button with a master ball painted red for the YouTube algorithm. And before we jump right in, I want to show you my new website, and shout out to today's sponsor, Squarespace. 1. Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video, and 2. You have got to check out this new anime website I have put together using Squarespace. But first, let's quickly talk about how you can use Squarespace to launch your very own website in a real jiffy. Basically, Squarespace makes it so easy to whip up your own website that looks slick and runs slick by way of its website builder, customizable templates, and pre-built layouts that can be tweaked to your satisfaction. I had a vision of what I wanted my website to look like, clean and cute, and I was able to put it together faster than I had thought possible. And with all the tools available on Squarespace, you can make your site the way you want to make it, whether it be a gaming site, an anime blog, an art portfolio, a Dakimakura store, or whatever else you want to cook up. With everything from paid membership spaces for your viewers to full online shop functionality to sweet blogging and podcasting options. A couple features I love are the video blocks, which let me present my YouTube content quite neatly, as well as the social media integration that keeps the site lively with short form info fed in from my Twitter. And as you can see, I've got a few articles up on my site that are worth a read, so check them out. And if you are also looking to set up your own badass site, be sure to head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you are ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/charusharu to save 10% off of your first purchase of a website or domain. Thanks again to Squarespace for sponsoring this video, and with that said, it's back to the battle at hand. Let's begin with a comparison of battle capabilities. Of course, most would write this off as a landslide victory for Ash, but let's give Goh his time at the mic. As firstly, he is brand new to the world of Pokemon training and has very limited experience under his belt. Furthermore, he hasn't really expressed much of an interest in battling, so can we really blame him for taking a crushing loss to Hodge in the Battle Frontier Flute Cup, his first official match, or getting blown out by Kiawe, a Sun and Moon era rival whose abilities admittedly do pale in comparison to those of Ash? I think not. And let us not cook the battle books. He has ramped up his abilities at a rate that puts Indigo League era Ash to shame, while bringing ad hoc tactics to bat that are straight out of Ash's playbook. For instance, the Draco Meteor to subdue Flygon after Ash succumbed to depression back in episode 36, or his and his freshly evolved Cinderace's smackdown of Oleana's Melodic in episode 44. The short of it is that it is very impressive how quickly Goh has progressed, and if he actually set his mind to it. Boy oh boy, we could be in store for an incredible Ash vs Goh battle in which the sparks burn hotter than Alolan Nurse Joy. But as it stands, the reality is that Ash has an expansive track record with big wins all over the place, towers over Goh as the reigning regional champion of Alola, and would most certainly manhandle Goh in battle at their current levels. So let's not write off Goh altogether, but that said, point 1 is an easy win for Ash. On the flip side of the coin, Ash has not been particularly fussed about collecting Pokemon for years now, with fresh catches almost exclusively serving as major plot devices. So this is an easy win for Goh, or is it? If my peanut brain math is accurate, then as of episode 96 of Pokemon Journeys, Ash has caught 82 Pokemon. Bearing in mind that this number includes 30 Tauros and his Rotom phone, as well as 5 Pokemon he only captured and held for a single episode before releasing them. And how about Goh? Well, to the extent of my knowledge, Goh has caught 99 Pokemon with 107 registered to his Pokédex, including a legendary Pokemon. And bear in mind that this has been over the course of just 2 years in the anime. That said, Ash has caught various Pokemon that seemed nigh uncatchable due to their temperament or circumstances, so props to him for that. And if he actually did care about the gotta catch 'em all philosophy, then he would be right on par with Goh without a doubt. These are quite simply 2 determined bros capable of achieving anything they set their minds to, who just happen to have parallel interests. Regardless, considering the facts and the facts alone, the collection victory is an easy one for Goh. Goh is often mislabeled as a cold and callous catch expert who cares very little for the majority of Pokemon who he catches. However, this accusation is largely negated by the multitude of scenes in which we see him caring for his Pokemon at the Cerise Institute. That said, while Goh absolutely does care for his Pokemon, the sheer multitude of them that he has to interact with means that little attention can be given to any single Pokemon. And while I expected Cinderace to be his one true bro, he seems to swap out his Pikachu-like companion at a whim. Currently, not Cinderace, but Green Diddy is the flavor of the day. On the other hand, Ash Ketchum has always sought quality over quantity when it comes to his relationships, and he is renowned for the intimate connections he has formed with many Pokemon over the years, as well as the lengths to which he will go to protect Pokemon he doesn't even own. Whether it be saving a dying Pokemon abandoned in the rain, working to overcome difficulties with said Pokemon even when it betrayed him in order to forge life-lasting loyalty and friendship, or when he adopted a loser monkey from an absolute weenie of a Mimi and trained it up into an elite fighter. Ash puts his relationship with Pokemon before the catch, before the battle, and those relationships, they go very deep. As such, while Goh is hardly the jerk people paint him as online, and he has built good relationships with his Pokemon, much like a ranch owner who can't spend his days cuddling up to a few of them but does care for his animals. All this said, I don't think that the work he has performed to date can hold a candle to what Ash has achieved over the years. At least, not yet. So this point goes to Ash. When Ash Ketchum debuted back in episode 1 of the anime and sharded up the scene like no one ever had, we never could have guessed just how far he would go. And I mean that in the most serious sense, as back when boomers like Uncle Charles started watching the anime, it was actually supposed to finish in just a year and a half. And had that actually come to pass, then we never would have seen Ash achieve a shred of the things that he has. However, reality unfolded quite differently, and after a rough Indigo run, Ash had the opportunity to work on himself in the Orange Islands and Johto, sort of conquered his hubris in advanced generations, and had transformed into a venerable badass by the time he took runner-up in the Kalos League and later won the Alola Championship. And who knows what he will achieve next, from potentially toppling Leon to become the World Coronation Series monarch to beyond, in ways we may not even expect. On the other hand, Goh doesn't quite have that Ketchum fire just yet, but he is very smart, talented, and has made truly massive gains over the course of his relatively short adventure. So I think he will excel at anything he turns his eye to, whether that be continuing to fill up his Pokedex or something else entirely. These two heroes simply have so much potential, the skyla is the limit for them, and thus, this category ends in a draw. Well, there you have it. Ash wins by a point in my books. But this is not to shortchange Goh, whose adventures are only just beginning. And who knows, perhaps he will one day surpass Ash Ketchum. But how about you? What is your take on Ash vs Goh? And who is the best trainer in the Pokemon anime? I'm curious what you think, and as always, let's chat.